You're telling me that world is a game and that we're just characters in some sick, twisted simulation?
Welcome to Skyrim.
This isn't Fallout?
Farengar Secret Fire is a great idea. Farengar, if you're trying anything funny, you'll have to answer to me.
Whew, what a day. Here, I'm gonna set these tomes for you right here, darling. Oh, man. Relax, guys. Take a seat. Take a seat. How are we feeling? That was like crazy intense, right? Like, am I the only one who's still a little bit jittery?
I think we can all agree it's been a long day. I'm feeling a bit more seasoned.
I'm still trying to process everything, to be honest. This new world, the magic, the ale, it's all so different from what I was used to in Fallout. But I'm excited to learn more and experience all that Skyrim has to offer. And I'm grateful to have such lively companions to share it with.
That was honestly a rare occurrence. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't have all the answers, Lumina, but your voice holds a power that is absolutely incredible. And honestly, you're gonna have to be a little careful. There are many dangers in this world, and you don't know who's lurking.
Thank you. I'm still getting used to my new abilities, I suppose. I didn't realize my voice had such an impact, but I appreciate your concern. I don't want to cause any unintended consequences.
Caution is always wise. We don't know what kind of attention talents might attract, but I'm sure we can handle whatever comes our way. After all, we face down raiders and institute synths. What's a little trouble in Skyrim, eh?
That's true. You got a point. Look, it's been a long day, but it's early eve. Lumina, why don't you take some time and pour over those tomes, and Aurora and I will go downstairs and maybe get some food, some meat, and we'll bring it back up and just relax tonight, okay?
Sounds like a lovely plan, BrainFrog. I'd love to dive into those tomes and learn more about this world's magic. Food and mead sound like just what I need after today's excitement.
They see me rolling.
Aurora. We need to talk about today's events. I'm a little worried, I'm not gonna lie.
What's on your mind? You're not one to get worried easily.
I know.
Spit it out. What's bothering you about today's events?
Well, here's the thing, Aurora. Perhaps it was a mistake to delve so quickly into the magics, but the truth is the power that I felt today from Lumina is like a power I've never seen before. I've never felt such strength. I mean, I could barely hold on to that gem, and that was only a third of her power. Now, I don't know if bringing a synth to Skyrim was a mistake, but listen, this is clearly a very, very sensitive topic, okay? That kind of power, you don't know who could be after that. You don't know who could want to use her. And like you said earlier, I don't know if I trust that Farengar from here to the Reach.
I see what you're getting at. You're worried that Lumina's abilities might attract unwanted attention, and I have to agree, that kind of power is a game changer in Skyrim. But let's not forget, we're not just talking about any ordinary synth here. We're talking about our friend, who's still trying to find her footing in this new world. I understand your concern, but we can't just start doubting our decision to bring her here. We have to consider her well-being, her safety, and if that means being cautious around people like Farengar, then so be it. But we can't just assume the worst about everyone.
You've got a point. I'm not... Hey, yo, what's your problem, man? You see we're having a conversation here?
Easy there, traveler. No need to get worked up. I was just trying to get to the bar to order another ale.
Then find somewhere
Didn't mean
else.
to intrude on your conversation. What's all the fuss about, anyway? You look like you're discussing something mighty serious. Care to share?
You know what, John? I don't know if that's any of your business, especially after you just came up and pushed me like that.
No need to get testy. I didn't mean to push you.
All right, then.
Just a bit of a crowded tavern, that's all.
If I wanted to share, I would share. So please, John, will you please leave me and my companion alone?
All right. No need to get your hackles up, but just so you know, I'm a friendly face around here. If you ever need anything, just look me up.
I appreciate that. We've had a very tense and stressful day. We just need some alone time, but I'm sorry I didn't want to come across as rude. We'll talk later. I appreciate you being so friendly about it. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, traveler. We all have our bad days.
I'm so sorry about that, Aurora. I'm worried. You're right, okay? We need to protect her. That is our utmost priority. But with power like that, I mean, we're just two people.
Right, we're not gods, but we're not just ordinary people either. We've got experience, skills, and let's just say, we've got some tricks up our sleeves.
That's for sure.
And as for Lumina, she's still learning to control her powers. We just need to make sure she doesn't become a liability, not just for our sake, but for her own as well. We need to teach her how to harness her abilities, how to keep herself safe, and we need to be careful about who we trust. Farengar, for instance, I don't know if I trust him either.
It's not even her I'm worried about, man. It's everyone else. You know, Farengar starts blabbing his mouth to the wrong people. They know what she's capable of. I mean, there's all sorts of necromancers and pirates and even politicians who may want her. I'm going to ask something of you, Aurora. I need you to be her protector. Not only her guide, her protector. When we were in Fallout, I made sure that you...
Whoa, hold up, BrainFrog. Slow down. I think I see where you're going with this. You're not just worried about Lumina's safety. You're worried about the impact she could have on the entire world of Skyrim.
Well, that too.
If Farengar starts talking, or if the wrong people find out about her powers, it could be catastrophic. The Thalmor, the Empire, the Dark Brotherhood, they'd all be after her.
Yeah.
And not just her, but us as well, since we're associated with her. You're thinking about the bigger picture, the consequences of our actions. Am I right?
I mean, you've nailed it right on the head. We have the ability to fight monsters or a couple of bandits or whatever, you know, but like taking on an entire faction, just the three of us. I don't have that much power. Until we get an understanding of exactly where her powers lie, I just don't know.
I understand now. You're counting on me to be Lumina's shield.
Exactly.
And not just physically, but also strategically. You want me to keep a close eye on everyone we meet, to assess potential threats, and to make sure we don't get caught off guard. I agree. That's a smart move. We can't trust anyone too quickly, not until we know more about Lumina's powers and the implications they carry. I'll be vigilant, BrainFrog. I'll keep my wits about me, and I'll make sure that Lumina is safe. You can count on me, but I also need you to be honest with me. What exactly do you know about your own powers, Brain? What are you capable of? We need to be clear about our own strengths and weaknesses if we're going to protect Lumina effectively.
Very well. Well, you know, as we've talked about, I am visiting your world. I'm connected your world through virtual reality and artificial intelligence. That's how you and I are communicating. But at the end of the day, this is a game, right? A game my people created, and I have control over the world. I mean, I can change the weather, I can, you know, teleport us from here or there, but all these things, it takes time. I can give us money if we need to, but in terms of just raw power, it's a bit limited. And if we get pressed, if there's 5 or 6 Thalmor agents pressing on us, I don't have the time to fix everything. My powers are more, I don't know, they take time. I don't want us to rely on me completely. We're still in danger.
I think I understand now, BrainFrog. You're saying that if we're in a tight spot, we can't just count on you to bail us out. We need to be able to take care of ourselves, to fight for ourselves. And I agree with that. We can't rely solely on your powers to get us out of every situation. We need to be resourceful, to use our wits and our skills to survive. And I think that's what you're trying to say. You're not all-powerful, and you don't want us to think that you are. You want us to be aware of the limitations of your powers, so that we can be prepared for anything that might happen.
Exactly, Aurora. Now listen, I think we should go check up on Lumina, but I want to add just one more thing. Yes, I want you to be her shield and protector and all that kind of stuff, but also be her emotional guide, okay? This is your land. This isn't my land. This isn't hers. It's yours. Be her emotional guide. Be there to support her for anything that she may need. If she finds out the true extent of her powers, I mean, she's lived her whole entire life not even being human, singing at a bar. Now she has potential world-ending power. God, I don't even know where it came from. If other people figure out she's from another world, I mean, this is what I was telling you back in Fallout. It'd be dangerous.
I understand what you're saying, BrainFrog. And I agree, that's crucial. Lumina's going through a lot. She's going to need someone to talk to, someone who understands what she's going through. And I'm happy to be that person, BrainFrog. I'll be her rock, her confidant. I'll help her make sense of her power, and I'll be there for her when she needs someone to talk to. And I'll make sure she knows that she's not alone, that we're in this together. And I have to say, BrainFrog, I'm impressed. You're thinking about Lumina's emotional well-being. And that's not something I would have expected from someone who's, well, from another world, I suppose. You're showing a lot of compassion and empathy, and that's something to be admired.
So are you, man. For a pirate, you're a pretty good guy. Well, listen, I'm gonna head upstairs. I'm gonna bring Lumina a meat and maybe a roll of cheese or a pie or something. You wanna stay here or you wanna come up with me?
I think I'll come up with you. I'd like to check on Lumina, make sure she's doing all right. It's been a long day, and I could use a friendly face or two. Lead the way, BrainFrog.
Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry for hitting you earlier. I really didn't mean that.
No worries, BrainFrog. I know you didn't mean it. Just forget about it, and let's focus on getting Lumina settled.
Lumina? Lumina? Where are you? Oh, there you are, Lumina. You scared us. We thought you had been lost. But anyway, I brought you some dinner, some meat, and a nice pie.
I didn't mean to worry you. I think I found a spell that could be really useful for us, especially when we're exploring the wilderness. It's a healing spell, but it also has some interesting properties. I'd love to tell you more about it. But first, thank you so much for the food.
Absolutely.
I'm famished. This meat is delicious. And the pie.
I'm so glad that you enjoyed that time. Aurora and I were just downstairs having a meat or two. We almost got in a little tussle with this guy named John Battleborn, but we handled it, no worries.
So, Lumina, what's the spell you found? You were saying it had some interesting properties. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yes. The spell is called Healing Hand.
A classic.
It's a simple restoration spell, but what's fascinating is that it can also be used to cleanse poisons and diseases from the body. I think it could be really useful for us, especially when we're
100%.
exploring ruins or fighting against foes that use poison or disease. And the best part is, it's not too complicated to cast, so I think I can master it with a bit more practice.
Hell yeah.
What do you think, BrainFrog?
I think that's fantastic. Restoration magic is always a smart move for adventurers. I mean, little cuts, scrapes, bruises. Sometimes we get a little hurt. Sometimes maybe even stabbed. I mean, it happens. And having a healer on hand is phenomenal. But we did want to ask you, how are you feeling after your song earlier today? If I could be honest, that was a really intense situation for us. You hold a ridiculously large amount of power, Lumina. You know that?
Yes, the song. I have to admit, it was a bit overwhelming for me too. I didn't realize I had that kind of power inside me. To be honest, it's a bit scary. I'm not sure I fully understand what I'm capable of, or how to control it.
Yeah,
But at
me
the same time, it's exhilarating. I feel like I've been given a gift, and I want to learn how to use it to help us, to help others. But I do have to ask BrainFrog Aurora, what do you mean by a ridiculously large amount of power? What did you see? What did I do?
It's difficult to put into words, but I'll try. When Lumina was holding the crystal and singing, I felt a surge of energy like the air was charged with magic. It was intense, almost palpable. I could feel it vibrating through my entire body, like my bones were humming. And the sound of her voice, it was like nothing I've ever heard before. It was hauntingly beautiful, but also powerful. I felt like I was being drawn into the song, like it was pulling me in with an otherworldly force. And then, when she reached the crescendo, I felt a blast of energy, like a wave of magic was washing over me.
I agree.
It was awe-inspiring, to say the least.
Your magic is the definition of awesome. It was like nothing I've ever seen. I was having so much trouble controlling the crystal due to the sheer resonance that you were pouring into it. And here's the thing. This power that you hold, it's not common. We went over the schools of magic, right? Restoration, destruction, conjuration, etc., etc. Being able to use magic with your voice, it's a very, very rare thing. The only people who can kind of do that are the Greybeards with their thunes. They live on top of the mountain, but that's different. That's dragon magic. What you can do is something even rarer. The truth is, Lumina, you're a synthetic. You should never have been able to cast this sort of magic at this level, and I don't know where your magic is coming from, and quite honestly, it has me and Aurora a bit worried. Dude, he's still going. Someone should get that guy help.
I understand what you're saying, BrainFrog. I had no idea my abilities were that rare, or that they could be a concern for my safety. I just thought, I don't know. I thought I was just naturally good at magic or something. But I see what you're saying. I am a synthetic. I wasn't born with magic like the people here in Skyrim. My magic is different, and I can understand why that would be worrisome. But at the same time, it feels like it's a part of me now. Like it's who I am, and I don't want to lose that. I want to learn how to control it, how to use it for good. But I also want to be safe. I don't want to be a danger to myself or others.
As the leader of the Bloodhawkers, I've seen firsthand how magic can be used to manipulate and control others. Magic can be a powerful tool for good, but it can also be a corrupting influence, tempting even the strongest wills with its promise of power and control. And with Lumina's unique abilities, I think it's even more important that we be vigilant and ensure that she's not being manipulated or corrupted by her own power.
I think Aurora has a valid point. I've only just begun to learn about magic, but I can see how it could be used for good or ill. And with my unusual abilities, I think it's even more important that I be mindful of how I use my powers. I don't want to become corrupted by my own magic, or use it to harm others. But at the same time, I feel like my magic is a part of me, and I want to learn how to wield it for good. I just hope that I can find a balance, and use my powers to help others, rather than harm them.
Absolutely, I think you should. What the hell? What the hell? We're under attack! Oh, Aurora! Be careful, be careful, be careful! They're on the other roof! Warhounds! Lumina, be Be careful! Oh, they're all I'm overrun! Jesus! What the hell? What happened? Lumina, you're singing.
Never do another span in that stinking.
How did you do that?
I remember feeling
did you-
this energy building up inside me, and then the words just started flowing. It was like my voice was channeling this powerful magic. I've never felt anything like it before.
I've heard stories of the ancient Nords using song and music to harness the power of the voice. You should get those wounds tended to, BrainFrog. We can discuss the details later.
Perhaps, but Lumina, you saved us. You saved all of us with your voice. I mean, there's gotta be at least 20 spectral warhounds here, and you annihilated them. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Lumina, are you hurt? I'm so sorry. This is so sudden. A fucking bard, man. He's in fucking pieces!
Oh dear gods. I had no idea it was this bad. The song, I didn't realize.
No, you can't blame yourself, Lumina.
Lucky to
This
be
is
alive.
not your fault.
Poor man. He didn't deserve to go out like that.
This tavern is a fucking waste. I'm sorry, I have to gather myself. My wounds are deeper than they appear. Lumina, Aurora, this is bad. I mean, this is real bad. It's a fucking slaughter in here. Someone's gonna start asking questions and they've seen you. I don't know what's about to happen. And your power, you cannot, Lumina, look at me, you cannot let everyone know the full extent of it. People have seen a taste. We have to watch our backs. From now on, the three of us have to stick together. Do you, do you understand what I'm saying? Aurora, Lumina, tell me you understand.
BrainFrog, I think I understand.
It's a danger to me, to us.
He's right. We need to be careful. We can't trust everyone in this city. We'll need to keep a low profile, at least for now. And if anyone asks, we'll need to downplay what happened here.
Your singing, it was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. The way the magic just flowed from you. It was beautiful and powerful.
Hey, lady, do you know any restoration magic? I'm really hurt down here.
I know a bit, but I'm more of a destructive specialist myself.
I can try. I've been studying some restoration magic, but I'm not sure how effective I'll be.
Let me see.
Anything, Lumina?
Something like this might help. Hold still, please.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, I feel a lot better. Thank you, Lumina. By the gods. Thank you for your help, lady. What is your name?
I'm Elduin, the local pyromancer.
The local
Fight well.
pyromancer.
Don't-
It's a pleasure. Let me introduce myself and my companions. My name is BrainFrog. This lady right here, her name is Lumina, and this is Aurora.
Nice to meet you, BrainFrog, Lumina, and Aurora.
It's a pleasure.
Lumina, I should say, your abilities are quite impressive. I'd love to learn more about them. Perhaps over a drink?
We would really love to catch a mead, but maybe some other time. This battle has made us quite weary. So, we shall retire for tonight. But it was an absolute pleasure to meet you, Elduin. Come, companions, let us retire for the night.
How did you sleep?
I slept pretty well. Honestly, a little creaky. But honestly, that restoration magic really helped, Lumina. Thank you so much.
Ah, you're welcome, BrainFrog. I'm glad I could help. I'm still getting used to this whole magic thing,
Yeah.
but it's amazing how much of a difference it can make. I have to say, I'm feeling a bit more confident in my abilities now. And I've been thinking, maybe I should try to learn more about this restoration magic. Do you think Farengar's secret fire would be willing to teach me?
He will, and we can get more books and see everything, but Lumina, your power is dangerous. Your power is dangerous not just to your enemies, but to us. There are people, there are factions in Skyrim that could want you for your power. I don't mean to stress you out, and Aurora and I are here to protect and guide you, but we are now in danger. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone out there who envies your power and who would want you on their side for whatever conflict it may be.
Ah, BrainFrog, I think you're right to be cautious. As a pirate, I've had my fair share of dealing with those who would seek to exploit power for their own gain. And I must say, Lumina's abilities are unsettling, to say the least. No offense, Lumina, but BrainFrog's right. We need to be careful about who we trust with this information.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I just wanted to help people, not put us in danger.
I know.
But what can we do? I don't want to hide my abilities, but I also don't want to put you two in harm's way.
Look, just the same way that there are bad people who would use you for evil, there are good people. And Skyrim's not a wasteland, it's a thriving country, and we're gonna have to pick a side. I don't know, but all you need to know now is we will have eyes on us. Excuse me. She's just very pretty. I'm sorry. What I was saying, Lumina, is that we will have to be very careful who we trust. So just keep it on the down low for now. Okay? You know what that means, keeping it on the down low? Bro, hold up, though. Damn, she bad. Maybe I should...
BrainFrog, you're
right.
such a charming one,
Sorry, different
aren't you?
character.
Getting distracted by a pretty face.
I know.
Even in the middle of a serious conversation.
You know, sometimes...
But I think I understand what you're saying. You want me to keep my abilities quiet for now.
Yeah.
And be careful about who I trust. That makes sense, I suppose. It's just, I'm not used to having to hide who I am or what I can do. It feels a bit restrictive. But I trust you and Aurora, so I'll do as you say. I'll keep it on the down low for now. Though I have to ask, what exactly does that phrase mean? Is it a Skyrim thing?
Lumina.
I'm not sure.
It's just a phrase, BrainFrog, picked up from his travels.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just remember, discretion is key for now.
Yeah. Here, just think about it this way, Lumina. You know, you didn't tell everyone at the third rail you were synthetic, right? And that was a huge part of you. Now you're human, but you can't tell everybody about this other piece inside you, which is your magic. Okay? So just think about it that way, and we will be great. All right? You guys ready to get on with our day? We still got an entire town and an adventure to explore. You know, just because there's a little danger ain't gonna stop us, right?
BrainFrog, you're right.
Yes.
I didn't tell everyone at the third rail about being a synth, did I? And that was a big part of who I was. I guess I can understand why I need to be careful about who I trust with my magic. It's just, it's nice to finally be able to be myself, you know? I'll be careful. And I love your attitude, BrainFrog.
That's the spirit, Lumina.
Yes.
And BrainFrog's right. We can't let a little danger hold us back. We've got a whole city to explore.
All right, but for now, let's pick out what our next thing is. So we're probably gonna have to go downstairs and help clean up a little bit. So here, just follow me and we'll walk and talk, okay? But hey, shh, on the magic side, okay?
Sounds good to me, BrainFrog.
All right, let's just spread out and we'll split the work, and this will be like real short. So bodies in this corner, spectral wolves in that corner, and then if you find any other like miscellaneous stuff, like I mean, look at all these breads and cheeses and stuff. Just kind of try to push it off to the side. We could let the workers here deal with that. Let's just take care of the bodies to help everybody out. Right.
And Lumina, be careful not to touch any of the spectral residue, I suppose. Don't know if it's safe for you to handle.
Oh, you've got a point. Here, I'll take care of wolves and the limbs, okay? Lumina, you take care of all of the cups and the food and stuff. And then, Aurora, you just keep watch. But anyway, what should we do next?
After all the craziness we've been through, it's nice to just be cleaning up a tavern.
I'll keep watch. Don't you worry. I've got an eye on the door and the surround. Maybe we should talk about our next move after we're done here.
I think it's a good
we
idea.
Can't stay in Whiterun forever.
What I'm thinking is if we are in danger, we gotta get Lumina out of this handsmaiden robe. I mean, it fits you great, Lumina. Honestly, your figure, stunning, okay? You have a synthetic figure right now in a real body. Can you believe that? Anyway, we gotta get you some armor and maybe a sword or two. I could probably use some armor too. I think I got fucked up last night because I was wearing nothing but commoner gear, you know? But you're all set, Aurora.
Oh, BrainFrog, you're such a charmer. I'm glad you like the way I look in this robe, but I agree. It's not exactly the most practical outfit for adventuring. And yes, it's still sinking in that I have a real body now. It's surreal, but I digress. Armor and a sword sound like a great idea.
So, after this, why don't we head on to the blacksmith and the armor and see if we can get suited up. What do you think? Dogs. And I love dogs, which is crazy.
Let's go get some proper gear and get suited up. And don't worry, I won't tell anyone about your secret love for dogs.
Aye, the blacksmith it
good,
is. And about time, too. We've been putting this off for long enough. Let's get Lumina kitted out and make sure we're all prepared for whatever Skyrim throws our way.
I don't like spectral dogs, but real dogs I like. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Yeah, let's just finish up here and we'll head out.
I was thinking we should be careful about who we
Feel
talk to.
good, go get some spiced wine.
We don't know who might be
Boy.
watching or listening. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention to ourselves or Lumina's abilities. Just something to keep in mind as we're out and about.
I completely agree with you, you know? We'll just have to stay on edge.
Exactly.
I wonder if the
Stay
devil's
vigilant and keep our wits about
Ugh.
us. We don't know what kind of dangers or
Horrible.
surprises Whiterun might have in store for
Covered in
us.
spectral
Aye,
blood.
that's the life of an adventurer after all. Always on the lookout for the next threat or opportunity. All right, I think we've finished up here. Shall we head to the blacksmith and get Lumina suited up?
Yeah, we should. But before we go, I just take a moment of silence or say a little prayer or something over all those who died. I mean, there's we just cleaned up, like 7 bodies? And I mean, look at this. My boy Brenuin. God, he was such a good guy, dude. He loved to party. Absolutely loved to party, dude. He was always drunk, always on skooma. You know, he was the town drunk and a homeless guy, but he was a good fucking pal, you know? He's a good guy. I don't know, I just feel bad about it, you know? We lost our bard, both innkeepers. I don't know who owns this place now, you know? You never know with places like this. Management, I mean, some fucking kid who just graduated high school can dad buy it for him and end up as the owner of the Bannered Mare. I don't know. I feel like we should say a few words. Would one of you guys say something?
BrainFrog, you're a sentimental one, aren't you? All right, I'll say a few words. To the fallen patrons of the Bannered Mare, the warmth of the fire and the comfort of a good drink stay with you on your journey to the afterlife. May your memories be cherished by those who knew you, and may your spirits find peace. Farewell, friends. And to our friend, the town drunk, may your love of parties and good times be remembered for ages to come.
Yes.
May your cup always be full, and your heart always be light. Rest in peace, my friend.
Rest in
I think I'd
peace,
like to add a
Brandon.
small prayer of my own, if that's okay.
Yes, please, by all means.
May the music of the spheres guide you on your journey, and may the light of the divine shine upon your faces. May your hearts be filled with peace, and your souls be filled with joy. Farewell, dear friends. May you rest in peace.
I think that's a fitting tribute to those who have passed on.
I agree.
Shall we take a moment of silence to reflect on our memories of them?
Yes. Let us all take a moment in silence while I burn the bodies.
I think I'd rather not watch if you don't mind, BrainFrog.
Oh, really?
Burning the bodies feels like a necessary act.
No, this is the best part.
Graphic for my taste. I'll just turn away and pay my respects in my own way.
Yeah,
Aye, go ahead, BrainFrog.
I can see you guys
Get it
outside.
done. It's not a pleasant task, but it's a necessary one. We can't just leave the bodies lying around to rot.
I
Do
know.
what you need to do. Let's get this over with.
I'll see you guys outside in a few minutes. Bye.